All right, so I tried what you did, and yeah, it was doing that. And I tried a couple different things, and it wasn't working. So I'm going to show you how I would fix this, because I think there may be a couple of reasons why this is happening. So one is if you select this head, you'll see it has a translate of 4, right? So it should be over here, which is I think roughly where those points are lining up. This one doesn't have that, and then this one does, and then these, what was it? This one, something down here. I was grabbing everything. Yeah, one of these, the peak cone. Okay, so the these, they have a bunch of transforms. So there's a bunch of things that just need to get moved around some. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is grab the whole thing. I'm going to hit Control G to make a group. Okay. Then we're going to do is modify center pivot so that the pivot is in the center, because by default it'll be on origin. And what you'll notice is your character is actually not on origin, which is not good. We want it to be on origin. And a bunch of the pieces are not like even either. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the whole thing and I'm going to put on origin first. So I'm just going to hold X to grid snap and boom, put it on origin. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from the bottom up and see if I can get these individual pieces on origin. So I'm going to do modify center pivot again, modify center pivot. And you can see that is right on that point, but see how origin's over here. So I'm just going to hold X, snap that there. I just want to get everything to be basically centered so that it's, more correct. So this guy's got to go over. Oops, let me do that. And this guy has got to go over this way. This probably in and of itself, I don't think is going to fix it. I'm going to show you what I do when I can't solve things, at least as far as the modeling is concerned. That one I think we already did. And then the head here, hit G. Last thing I did was modify center pivot. And then I'm just going to hold X. There we go. Okay, so now that is centered. Now some of it's going to be off, like the arms, I think. Oh no, the body was part of that. Okay, cool. So I didn't have to worry about that part. I did shift them, so the spikes might be off. You'll have to reset those. But I think the boots, they look okay. They could also be off. Let me look down here. Let's do modify center pivot. That'll put them down here. Yeah, so they're slightly off. Does that look? Yeah, that's better. Okay. So it looks like everything's centered now, minus the spikes. You're going to have to individually do those, but I think I did everything else. So I'm just going to grab it all, modify, freeze transformations. I'm going to do edit, delete all by type history to get rid of any extra business that's in there. I'm going to right click and assign existing material, standard surface. Okay, for some reason, existing material, standard surface. All right, cool. So we're going to shift I. Let's hit 3 and see. Okay, so it looks like the arms have some sort of issue here. And now it's back. Okay, so you notice how it kind of came and then left and what have you? So that's usually not a good sign. But I'm going to see if it works now just out of curiosity. So I have nothing selected. And let's just see. So we're going to grab this. I don't think it's going to work. I think that there's more of an underlying problem, but we'll get to that. Modeling toolkit. QuadDraw. Let's see. Yeah, so it's still not working. Okay. I didn't think it would. So this is what I do. And actually, every time I go from, I might even mention this in the videos later. I don't remember if I cover this or not. But every time that just my personal work, let's say I get my model done, the first thing I will do before I actually start rigging it is I grab the whole thing. Let's not make that live. I will grab the whole thing, and then I will just export it out as an OBJ and then import as an OBJ. I think OBJs are on by default, but just in case it's not, you just want to go to Windows Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager. It went over here for some reason. And then you want to look for, it's alphabetical, and it should be in the first section. So you're going to look for LMNO, OBJ export, make sure loaded and auto-loaded. I know you're probably in the game design program. I think FBX is also on by default, but for some reason it's not. You can scroll down, and there's FBX, okay? I don't want to do FBX because FBX has other information like rigging and lighting and texture. You can embed textures and stuff like that. So in this case, I want just the model. So I'm going to export out the model. So we're going to do File, Export Selection, and I'll just do my desktop. And I turn all the things off, and I choose OBJ Export, turn all of it off, and we'll just say, Model Cleanup, okay? Then what we're going to do is do a new file. Let's save this as just whatever, I'm gonna save it just in case I need it for some reason. Then we'll do a new file, and we're just gonna import that in. File import, and I'm gonna go and grab the model cleanup. Boom. Okay. So it's going to be all as one piece because that's just how it treats it, because I turned off groups and all that. But that's easy. We're just going to do mesh separate, and now it'll all be separated as separate pieces again. Okay. Grab this, make it live, grab this, quad draw, and then now it works. Okay. So the reason why I do the OBJ export is you might have saw over here, there was a whole bunch of all these extra nodes and things like that. I didn't notice that it did that before. That's nice that it actually shows you which one's live. But it will it'll show it. There's a bunch of history of all the different things that are attached and this and that. When you do an OBJ, it only has the model information. Nothing else is in there. So it's a good way of like just cleaning the file up. So before I go rigging, just because there might be who knows what connections are being made, there's a million different little nodes and stuff that get connected inside of Maya. I will export out as an OBJ, so that way it's just a clean file. There's nothing in there but modeling data. Not to say that there can be something broken in that, but it should get rid of anything else that might be interfering or causing some weirdness. So when in doubt, if you're just doing modeling stuff, sometimes that will solve it. Like if you notice your file keeps crashing and you already deleted the history and froze all the transforms and yada, 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 and did like mesh cleanup, try exporting out as an OBJ and then bringing it back in, and then hopefully whatever's causing the issues will be gone. So I will send you this file as well as this video.